Let me go check first. Let me bring my. What are you going to start? What are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about first?
No, we're gonna get into the Robert Garcia versus Errol Spence. You know, the fight's coming up soon. We're about to watch
the fight don't start till late tonight.
Yeah, of course, but it's 9 p.m. right now. But I at least want to.
I mean, you don't jump into to somebody else and then somebody else.
Nobody's
because
you have the chat and everything that somebody can.
Huh? What?
You have the chat. You know, so you can see. But what are you gonna go do?
I just want to see, just in case. I want to see who the fuck, Rob Easter Jr.
Well, hurry up, get back so we can talk about this.
Rob Easter Jr. beat who was it for that belt? He was a vacant.
No, but when you get back, hurry up so we can start talking about this boxing. Estamos bien.
Hold on, let me look that up. We can look up something. We can have something up right here.
We got George the Boxing Genius. George the Boxing Genius is coming out of retirement.
Yeah, man, I'm coming out of retirement, man. I'm over here.
He was in the cage.
Not the cage, man. I was just,
he was a little upset with the boxing.
I was just a little upset with the boxing world, man.
Matchmakers,
boxing
the fighters, the community, the YTBC.
Nah. It wasn't YTV.
The Flomos.
It was no TV. I just was pissed off. Basically,
Miguel Cotto's no longer involved.
Yeah, that's part of it too. But Miguel Cotto was my
G
boy.
Lost.
That's right, you know.
Roman Chocolito Gonzalez lost.
There you go. But I'm saying, you know, I was just pissed off at the word. But when you say they lost, you know, we're talking about. Huh?
I know he's
You haven't.
But Pacquiao's coming back. No, I'm waiting for you to get ready so we can start talking about the fights. But it's nice to see George the Boxing Genius, you know, starting to warm up a little bit. Don't get him too warmed up, because when he's too warmed up, then you know what I'm saying. He's
hold up, sorry. Let me look.
You can't stop him.
No, you ain't gonna stop me. Once I fucking get on the roll, that's it.
No, from once in a while, you know, SBM Boxing, you know, it's been some time. I moved to Miami. Been there for
became a father.
Yeah, 5 years. But this is the little MGM. But we're definitely going to cover Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia.
I'm not seeing the fight.
Both fighters made weight. And one thing that was pretty interesting to me was just the whole simple situation that they had a rehydration clause, which it was a little surprising to me. You know, both fighters can't rehydrate over the 157. Which is a little, you know, obviously that didn't come from Errol Spence. That came from more of Mikey Garcia.
Too much protection. That's too much protection going on in boxing. A lot of shit is going on in boxing. Don't forget, man.
But that's something that, you know, the casual, you know, boxing fans, that they don't put it out there, you know. It's, you know, I understand that it is the even, you know, they try to put an even playing field and make it seem as Mikey Garcia is coming. He is coming up in weight. I get it. But if you're going to fight the champ, you know, it is common to have a rehydration clause, but come on, man. Like, you know, look at all these other fighters. A lot of people compare themselves to Mayweather, but Mayweather, you know, when he came in during the weigh-in and then the night of the fight, he'll be like 3 pounds off. He'll be a little bit 3 pounds heavier.
Don't forget Mayweather. That's one thing. I disliked Mayweather. Yes, I disliked him. But there's one thing about Mayweather. Mayweather, besides, the only thing I didn't like about Mayweather was that he was always a catchweight man. But he always came in a good way. And Mayweather never was a 154 or heavier man.
No,
Mayweather.
Mayweather fought his everyday walking around weight.
Right.
Mayweather it was a rarity that he came in. He fought at 147, 150, 54. He fluctuated back and forth.
Mayweather at 154. Yeah, he asked to fight at 152. Don't forget, it wasn't.
Yeah, when he fought Victor Ortiz, when he fought Canelo, when he fought Shane Mosley, when he fought Cotto, when he fought. Yeah, all these fights. Even Ricky Hatton, not Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton. No,
Ricky Hatton is more.
But these guys came in at 160, 160 plus. The rehydration was it was absolutely crazy. But the Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence does have a rehydration clause. I don't think it's going to be a problem for Spence, even though Spence is the. A lot of people are saying Spence is taller. Spence has the reach. Whatever the case may be, yeah, he's the bigger, stronger guy. But Mikey Garcia did take on Robert Easter Jr. That was a little bit taller.
Robert
had a longer reach. He was smaller, but Robert Easter was 5'11".
Yeah, but Robert Easter Jr. Come on. For people, I keep saying
no, but what I'm saying, I'm talking about height and reach.
I do understand that
because he fought Robert Easter, that's taller than Spence. Because Spence is what 5'9".
So that's what PBC said. Yeah, that's what PBC.
Robert Easter had a longer reach, but then again, you are right. Robert Easter, he's a fucking he got 21-0.
He ain't fought nobody.
He ain't fighting nobody.
Who the fuck did Robert Easter fight? Robert Easter, the guy I said before, I think he won the vacant title. He beat a Richard Coleman, I think it was. A Richard Coleman for a vacancy. Right. Come on, a vacant title. So after that, a Fortuna. The biggest guy he's ever had was a Fortuna. That's about it. To me, that's about all he fought until he fought a Mikey Garcia. We, in the boxing world, we got to remember, this is what I always say. There's guys that protect their fighters. Robert Garcia and his dad and PBC, they protect Mikey Garcia. They knew exactly who he was going to face, when he was going to face him, and things of that nature. Right now is a fight that is going to be a hell of a fight for Mikey Garcia. But they make it seem as though this is a great fight. What great fight is this? This is not a great fight. Great fights were Canelo versus Triple G, Kovalev versus Andre Ward, Triple G fighting Jacobs, the man that Canelo now is going to fight. Those are great fights. Don't give me a goddamn Mikey Garcia fighting Errol Spence as a big-ass, big pay-per-view fight. This is a piece of shit.
Well, both fighters do have, straps. Both fighters are undefeated.
Anybody, Kellogg cornflake straps, IBF always said is not a real strap. And I'm sorry for Errol Spence, the way I'm expressing myself and saying it. He does have the IBF title, but in boxing, IBF is not a big thing. You're not talking about the real deal straps, WBA, WBO. Those are straps, WBC. To me, these other straps, these little make-believe Mickey Mouse Cheerios champ straps, not straps.
But they said, just to go back to what you were saying, supposedly the Mikey Garcia camp thought that Errol Spence was too much of a threat, too much of a risk. But Mikey Garcia is the one who wanted that fight. He wanted that fight.
Oh, God.
You think you think it was just because obviously they both made $8 million. Both of them making an even amount of purse.
When is Mikey making $8 million at 130?
He's not making that type of money. But do you think Mikey's just looking to cash out right away, going for the big fights? Or he's willing to fight? Or do you think he literally thinks that he has a legitimate chance?
Everybody has a chance being that in that ring. Everybody has a chance. I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance. But what are the odds to me? 99-1. Those are my odds.
No, but what I'm saying is the Mikey Garcia, sometimes
of course he's cashing in,
because he's very confident. He thinks that as if he can literally beat Errol Spence. Well, or do you think he was chasing the money, chasing the payday?
And just said it.
Okay.
You just said it. He's chasing the money. He's not who. There's a couple of reasons that I said, and I think in my video, and I'll go back now and say it. One of the main reasons Mikey Garcia is taking on Errol Spence, obviously, to me, is money. Okay, that's it. It's money. That's one of my primary reasons. And at the same time, by taking this money and taking this fight, they thought about it very well. Mikey Garcia, he's not a dumb fight. He's a hell of a fight. He's smart. So, and Robert Garcia is a hell of a trainer. They know the ring. They know how to look at flaws inside a boxer. They can see that. But if you look at it this way, he has not gotten paid this amount of money never in his life. Never. So by taking this fight, not only is he going to get $8 million, but look at it this way. He loses like Kell Brook lost to Triple G, like Amir Khan lost to Canelo. What are people going to say? Oh, that shit was supposed to happen.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. It's supposed to happen. And then Mikey Garcia could go back to 135 and take the match and take the fight that he should have taken in the very beginning. But by doing so, like I said in my previous years before, a year and a half or 2 years ago, and I said in the video, if Mikey Garcia, that's when he won the title against, as a matter of fact, against Robert Easter Jr. last year. If Mikey Garcia was today, instead of fighting Errol Spence, he was fighting Lomachenko, guess what, boxing world? Lomachenko will kick his fucking ass. He will lose the fight. And where does Mikey Garcia go? He goes down to the bottom of the barrel, 135, before he gets another shot at a good money-hungry fight.
Yeah, because a lot of times, you know, besides him being laid off and having that issue with his contract with Bob Arum or whatever, the legalities, and, you know, TNT wanted to pick him up. The year to date, from what I recall, and I know you said it a lot of times, but I'm not going to address that. But Mikey Garcia's best opponent was Adrian Broner. Oh, we're talking about an Adrian Broner that has 2 losses.
Thank you.
We're talking about an Adrian Broner that lost to Porter, coming off back-to-back. Like, it's just, he lost, you know, it's not the same Broner, but the Libinets,
right,
that was a bullshit fight.
The Libinets.
You know? He knocked him out, but Libinets, what, he had like less than 15 fights.
No. I think he was a UD. He won the majority.
He knocked him out. No, he knocked him. He knocked him out. Do you know the decision?
Yeah, Mikey Garcia hasn't knocked out a guy yet in the last 3 fights. Don't forget, he has not knocked out nobody. So you expect to go up in weight. And I know many people are going to say about, you can't say the same shit about Canelo. Well, don't forget, though, when Canelo fought Mr. Mayweather, the pound-for-pound king, if you recall, they fought at 147. There was right there, 147. There wasn't Canelo coming from a 135 or 140 to fight Mayweather.
No, they fought heavier than that. I think it was like a 152 or something.
Oh, well, whatever. But I'm saying, though, it was even Stevens. It's not coming up in weight. And Canelo had a belt. Mayweather had his belts. But here, we're looking at a guy, and again, I feel sorry for the Mikey Garcia fan base, his fanboys. I know what they're going to say. Ese puto, hablando, whatever the fuck he's talking about. Yes, I do know what the fuck I'm talking about. He got 4 titles. And 4 titles, those 4 bums that he's fought, those are bums. Those are bums to me, I'm sorry to say. You got 4 titles from 4 bums.
And one was vacant, which was Adrian.
A vacant title. And then, because again, they're from I told you before, they're from my home country. You bought a Ramon Martinez, Rocky Martinez. Who the fuck is Rocky Martinez? He's pretty all right, but a bum champ. You beat a Juanma Lopez. Again, from my home country.
Vacant title.
Vacant title, another fucking bum. Then you go fight Lipness.
Salido's good.
But Salido's a worn-out Garcia old time. He's like in a fucking bottle. But he beat Lomachenko. Man, people, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? But 4 titles. Look at it. 4 titles, my man. 4 titles. When you talk about guys like You just mentioned your boy Mayweather. Mayweather didn't fight no bums for no fucking titles.
Pacquiao too.
Pacquiao ain't fight no bums for no title. Miguel Cotto ain't fight no bums for his titles. Canelo right now is no fighting no bums for his titles. And the guy I just mentioned at 135, my boy there, Lomachenko ain't fight no bums for his titles.
Crawford didn't fight no bums for his titles except for a Jeff Horn.
Jeff Horn. who the fuck is a Jeff Horn?
Jeff Horn.
They don't even know him in Australia. No, but you know, those are the things that I talk about, man. You know, those are guys that, you know, people in the boxing world. That, you know, I look at boxing when we used to see boxing here to see Mayweather, wanting Mayweather to lose. I was one. I want to see him lose. We was fighting a goddamn contender. And I'm paying a pay-per-view fight to go see a real good damn fight. I'm going to see the boxing king, a pound for pound king.
Yeah.
We're not talking about seeing a fucking flunky. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see Triple G fighting Canelo. We're not talking about two fucking flunkies. And don't get me wrong, people out there too for Errol Spence. Errol Spence is damn good, Olympic champ. He's damn good. I know he should win this fight, like I said.
Yeah, Errol Spence got a legitimate resume, you know.
I think
Lamont, let's go. Like to this day, I know Mikey Garcia. I'm a big fan. But to this day, I do agree with you. You know, he hasn't fought the most solid contenders out there. I think a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. I think a lot of it is hype. But the kid has skills. He knows how to box. He does have power, whatever the case may be. But Errol Spence, like you know, he beat Lamont. Even Lamont Peterson beat Adrian Broner.
Hey, Lamont Peterson will fucking body beat Mikey Garcia too.
And Kell Brook was the man. Kell Brook's legit, man. So I don't know, like.
I mean, we don't understand. See, this is a hyped up fight. Like I said, PBC is hyping somebody up here. Something is in the makings here. This is my understanding. This is the way I see it.
And Algeria was a good fighter, man. I like Algeria.
Algeria, that white boy, he's smooth. He's quick. If Algeria had a punch, believe me, there'll be some people in problems.
Algeria has to come out the cage. Remember, they didn't let him out the cage against the Pacquiao fight.
Right. Algeria.
You remember the coach? I mean, the trainer was just like, "Oh, we're about to let we're going to let Algeria out in the cage on the Pacquiao fight," and then Pacquiao knocked his ass up. Pacquiao was knocking him down left and right, but he kept getting up. Algeria.
Hey, I give him credit.
What was that fight? He fought that Russian guy, Algeria.
No, Protnikov.
He fought Protnikov.
Yeah,
what the hell happened to Protnikov?
I don't know. He got a picture. I don't want him there.
Protnikov versus Timothy Bradley. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, that was a hell of a draw. And Timothy and on Protnikov, Timothy Bradley and Protnikov against Laura.
And even what was a good fight? Brandon Rios versus the hell's this guy's name? Remember they're going back and forth toe to toe. Brandon Rios suffered his first loss. And then he came back and fought that he beat the guy.
Oh, the kid. He's also from Arizona. The other
Mexican. I forgot. He was the other Mexican guy.
Yeah, Willie Alvarez.
Alvarez. Alvarez. Yeah, it was Alvarez. Yeah, that was a badass fight, man. That was a good ass fight. But anyways, as far as this fight, you know, we're not here talking stats, not talking boxing. You got to give your prediction. What do you think? How do you see that fight happening?
Like I said before, I already said it already. You know, this fight to me, that's why we're not paying. I'm not paying no goddamn $75, $80 to go see two bums fight. And excuse the press.
No, that's right. There you go. Look, Alvarado, Mike Alvarado. You're right. It wasn't no Alvarez. You're right.
Put it this way.
What's going on up from Miami Beach? That's where I work. I'm from Brickell.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, but, a lot of people are coming in, and it's like, I don't think it's going to last more than 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think it's no more. 5 rounds. As a matter of fact, Kell Brook lasted against Triple G longer than Mikey Garcia is going to last against. That's my prediction against.
Okay. No, but nothing against Mikey Garcia. I think Mikey Garcia, he has the ability, he has the skills. But the thing about it, like right now, Mikey Garcia's eating pizza, getting ready. I know he's confident. But Mikey Garcia, in the back of my mind, I know he was chasing money. He's been chasing a payday because he's been wanting to fight. He's been waiting for the opportunity to cash out. And the thing about it is he wants to get paid. He wants to get paid, and he wants to get paid. But Errol Spence is not the fighter to think that, because he's the boogeyman, man. That guy, everyone's coming to this fight. You got Manny Pacquiao coming to this fight.
Sure.
Because obviously Manny Pacquiao wants to fight the winner.
Thurman's
coming to this fight because he wants to fight the winner, which I think is funny.
Full of shit.
Which I think is funny because Thurman, I'm not saying he faked an injury, but I know he went to Paulie Malignaggi talking about "Don't duck me, son," and that's what he's been doing. He's been pulling the Paulie when it comes to
Keith Thurman. He coming to the fight because he maybe wants a chance to talk, come out and talk like you and I are talking right now. But if he's gonna face Spence, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna jet. His other shoulder gonna hurt. Okay, Manny Pacquiao, the old man, will take on Spence before Keith Thurman.
But you're 100% right. A lot of people were saying during the fight, Mikey Garcia got abs, but his body did look soft during the weigh-in. I didn't even see abs. I seen like little nubs, little mosquito bites.
Mikey Garcia, besides the money we were talking about, facing Lomachenko, but don't forget, remember, when we used to see fights between Mike Tyson and anyone else down the road, that person, when he came out of that dressing room and walked down that aisle and looking up there at that ring, knowing for a fact that he was going to fight Mike Tyson, guess what? He was shitting in his fucking pants. And that's what Mikey Garcia is going to be doing tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, somebody said right now. What do you say to those people that say that you don't know shit about boxing?
Whoever says that I don't know shit about boxing, or somebody just put that shit there. Yo, boxing genius. Quick question. What do you say? Hey, man, y'all remember me for saying that shit. Y'all could kiss my fucking ass, bro.
Nah, you're right, though. Hey, you're absolutely right. He is that's one of that was a big selling point. And he is a snack. He's straight out snack, and at the end of the day, Errol Spence he's confident, He's confident. When they brought that to his attention, he was like, look, they're getting that boy ready. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Mikey Garcia, he's gonna box. But when he comes in and the body snatcher, like the
believe me,
touches him a couple times, man, that weight's going to be ridiculous.
In the ring, inside the dressing room, when they're putting on the tape and he's warming up, he's hitting gloves and he's hitting Robert Garcia, tuning up, getting the sweat. But when he starts coming down and he knows they're going to be announcing the fight, Mikey Garcia is going to be shitting in his fucking pants. I think he's going to be scared.
Well, selling this fight, the thing about it from camp, selling this fight, he's training at Snap. That's cool. That's another one. Next thing, they did a hype job saying that, even Marcus Madonna, Brandon Rios, just that Garcia camp was saying, during sparring, Mikey Garcia got so much power. A lot of fighters are saying this guy's never been, that guy has middleweight power, and which is cool. I get it. But when you talk about his resume, like George the Boxing Genius says, like Robert Easter Jr., Lipinets, Broner's the best.
Ramon Garcia, Ramon Martinez, Juanma Lopez. Who the fuck are those guys?
Yeah, but that's not.
I mean, I do understand. People say, yeah, but those are the champions. Man, go fuck yourselves, man. I just said those were the fucking bums.
Well, you're right. You're 100% right.
You're not saying, and I kept saying this, and I keep saying it. 5 titles in 5 different weight classes. I gave you some guys.
Who do you guys think? Honestly, who do you guys think is going to win this fight? I want to see what some of the feedback over there is. And after this fight, who would you like to see him fight? Do you think the winner's going to take on Errol Spence? I mean, it's going to take on Thurman? Or do you think Pacquiao's going to jump into the mix?
My man, they just said Spence first round knockout. Hey, that sounds a little threatening.
You know, the leprechaun's going to be there. Porter's going to be up in there looking like a pastor.
Him and his nostrils.
I don't think he's going to have his braids because he had to cut his braids for making the weight. But speaking about that fight, I think, man, I don't know. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. That was a close fight.
That was a close, but again, that was a hell of a fight, though. You see what I'm saying? It was a hell of a fight. You also had to fight him a couple of weeks ago. A lot of fighting that boy Castellano. That was a hell of a fight, you know. But
yeah. You think Pacquiao's gonna fight Mikey next? I tell you what, though, man. Like this is the thing that trips me out, you know, because you know Pacquiao's a little older, so that should just know as far as the different generations, as far as skill and ability. Because Pacquiao can come in, he can still be dangerous. He can fuck people up. He can knock people out. He can give him a run for the money. But even the boxing genius says, you know, if he fights Thurman, he's going to give him problems. If he fights any top welterweight right now, Pacquiao, old Pacquiao is going to give him problems. So if old Pacquiao is giving these young, prime, youth champions problems, imagine 6-7 years ago when the welterweight division was stacked.
Yeah.
And fighting a young Pacquiao.
But somebody's put there, what would happen if, which is not going to happen, if Mikey was to pull it off? What would happen to Spence? Me, honestly, Spence would go down to the bottom of the barrel. I mean, you didn't fight a rank welterweight. You go and fight a guy coming up 2 weight classes to come and fight you. You know, so I have a feeling that Errol Spence will go down. He'll drop out of the top 10.
Well, the thing about it is the way boxing is, and I know that's why you stopped watching boxing, you know, and that's why we stopped covering boxing, because it's becoming like more of a novela. It's coming more like wrestling.
Soap operas, yeah.
And they understand, even in politics, not to get in politics, but, you know, this guy, obviously, you know, because of social media, whatever he puts out there, you guys know what fake news is. And, you know, the promoters in boxing are taking the same approach, man. Like, everyone's caught up in social media and they're covering up the facts. Everyone actually thinks that Mikey Garcia has a chance against fucking Errol Spence, and that's not the case at all.
That's fake news.
That's fake news, you know.
But again, you know, that's
fake news.
That's what Robert Garcia
built up, and that's how they build it up. You know, they literally thought that, you know,
it's a sellout. It's a sellout. I've said that in my video. It's a sellout.
100%.
Between promoters, sportscasters, sports channels, even boxers.
The Charlo brothers, you know, the genius has been saying that shit forever.
I said that a long time ago. I've been saying
he said the Charlos, if they ever step in the ring against Daniel Jacobs, if they ever step in there against Triple G, if they ever step in the ring against Billy Joe Saunders and legitimate 54 Lemieux or some shit like that, they avoid smoke and mirrors. They're doing the whole Adrian Broner approach. I'm not talking about Adrian Broner when Adrian Broner was at 130. No, not 135. That guy, he was walking, you know, he was walking fighters down. But other than that, you know, it's just the Charlos, you know, you called it for what it is. But the Charlos on Instagram, on social media, people buy that shit, you know, they listen to that. They, you know, these casual boxing fans, whatever the Charlos say, as long as they look the part, talk the part, that's fine. But as soon as Daniel Jacobs pulls up on the Charlo, like, hey, what's up? Hey, what? Let's sign.
Oh no! You got to talk to my corner. Talk to my handlers.
100%.
You know, Canelo. You talk to all this shit. That's what I'm saying. I always said that. I always said the Charlo brothers are a bunch of bullshit. The Charlo brothers are bullshit. You know, Jamal is better than Jamel. But whoever, they both could sleep in the same fucking bedroom, like I was saying. I'll get him fucking bunk beds. Canelo will get him bunk beds.
And Jacobs. He's been saying it for a long time. He's been saying it for a long time.
And look at me, a Tony Peterson. Tony Peterson's smooth. He's quick. He's good. He beats Jamel up.
Peterson was so happy. He realized that he had broken glasses.
He don't know what the fuck happened.
He looked like a broke rapper.
Right. They want that man to give him a rematch quick. There was no ifs and buts about it. No, I'm the champ, man. I'll tell you if I want a rematch or not. Do you have it in the club? No, you don't. Then go fuck yourselves. I'll call it then. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Go buy a new bedroom set before you talk to me, man.
But anyways, coming into this fight, like, what's my fighting prediction? I don't think it's gonna last one round. I'm not. Obviously, I give it like 7, 8, even 10 possibly. But I see a stoppage. I definitely see a stoppage. I see Spence stopping Mikey Garcia, and a lot of people sleep on, Kell Brook is a boxer. That guy knows how to box. He lasted against Triple G. Obviously, he broke his orbital bone.
And he's quick.
Fucking case may be. He's very technical, very crafty, and he knows how to fight. He's tall, lanky, or whatever the case may be. Obviously, look at Sean Porter fight. Even though that was a close fight, he outboxed Sean Porter.
Sure.
But Errol Spence can box, man. That guy, a lot of people don't give him credit. The dude can box.
Has some boxing skills. Yes,
he knows how to box, and he kills the fucking body.
He's going to cut the ring down. He's going to cut it off.
And that's the thing about it. A lot of people think Mikey Garcia, he's a good boxer, but Errol Spence knows how to box. That guy's fucking conditioned that's one thing. That guy's a gym rat.
Right.
He's a gym rat. And people forget he did train with the TMT Money team. Mayweather was sparring with him for so many years, and even Mayweather said it himself, "Yo, this guy's legit.
Yep,
this guy's fucking legit. He has power. He's quick. He's fast." And even with the Charlo brothers, they train with Errol Spence, and they say Errol Spence is a fucking gym rat. Yeah. Don't talk about jeans because Errol Spence, he took off his shirt, he's ripped, but that dude trains like he's crazy.
But you know what's funny? You said Roberto Duran said that he's seen Errol Spence too skinny. I said, God damn, compared to him, everybody's skinny.
Roberto Duran, man. He was there for the
weigh-in. Yeah, he was there for the weigh-in, man. I remember. Then people talk about the girls in the weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? The Corona girls are better than the actual cheerleaders for the Dallas Cowboys.
100%. Yeah. Let me read some of this in. Tim Sneed, Mikey running from Lomo. Yeah, I get it. He's gonna do that. He's not. Mikey's not. Their game plan is not to stay in the pocket. It's not. They're not gonna walk down Errol Spence. They're gonna try to outbox him. They're gonna keep their distance. But at the end of the day, the bigger, Errol Spence is fast. I think Errol Spence is faster than.
Sure he is. He
has the reach.
Yeah.
He's legit. He's 100% legit.
He's gonna be testing them out. He's gonna probably feel them out. But at the end of the first or second rounds, then you're gonna see Errol Spence put the pressure on him.
Tim Snead said he'd rather lose to the bigger guy.
That's what I said. Sure. He would rather lose to a fucking guy. If you lose to Lomachenko, remember, if you lose to Lomachenko, he's going to the bottom of the barrel.
100%. Now, what is the top 5 current heavyweight? Oh, come on, man. You're from the Come on. I can't even answer that question, man. Because if I answer that question, I'll piss a lot of people off as far as the heavyweight division.
What are your
what's the top order? Is your top fighters in the heavyweight division?
What are my top 5 in the heavyweight division? Well, I'm gonna give it a toss-up. Right now. Who's number 1 to me? Toss-up. You know why it's a toss-up? Because they both talking shit. That's Anthony Joshua talks a lot of shit, and so does Deontay Wilder. But if they was to face each other, guess what? It could be a draw, but I have a feeling that Wilder will take him. If you look to see Tyson Fury up there, he could be number 3.
To me, I think Tyson Fury would beat Joshua.
You think so?
I think Tyson Fury would beat Joshua.
And
I think Tyson Fury, Wilder better keep his, Wilder did catch him a couple times. Like he dropped him out.
He's good.
That's cool.
Wilder don't play games.
But a lot of people think, in the rematch, I honestly think that Tyson Fury would beat Wilder in the rematch, man.
You think so?
I think Wilder will beat Tyson Fury.
Fury
will lose Wilder will lose in the rematch.
And there's one guy there that I would say that he will give everybody hell, but they don't want to put him because he can't talk English and he's old. My boy King Kong. King Kong will fuck some people up in the heavyweight.
And that's the thing, Joshua. I don't know what happened to this because to my understanding, I thought Luis Ortiz was the mandatory for Anthony Joshua. I don't know if it was some step aside money. I don't know what the hell it was.
It was a step aside.
I understand Parker gave Joshua problems.
Sure.
Everybody thought that Anthony Joshua was going to walk Parker down. So, and Parker, little by little, but I know styles make fights.
Right.
But to me, in that fight, I seen a whole different Anthony Joshua. I seen Anthony Joshua getting lost in that fight. And I literally seen that Anthony Joshua has problems with guys that don't, a heavyweight that doesn't press and box.
Right.
And who's the best, smoothest boxer in the heavyweight division? And his name is Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. But I'm telling you, too, the way Louis King Kong fought this last fight, King Kong. When King Kong fought this last fight, he showed people some boxing skills, which you never had.
Joshua's still getting fight. He's getting better. He's getting better and better every single fight.
Well, you know, it's going to be
young, you know what I'm saying? But he's getting better. I can't discount. I don't know. Coming in, I know Joshua's getting better and better every single fight. I think Wilder, if they were Wilder versus Joshua, they're a fight right now, I think Wilder beat him. But if I give Joshua another 2 or 3 years, I think he's going to be a better fighter.
Of course, you don't wait for Wilder to get older. Come on, fuck that. You know, it's like not for none for your boy. It's like Mayweather wait for Pacquiao to get older. Come on, man. You don't fight the guy. The same shit happened with Cotto. You wait the Cotto. You know, come on. You know, it's like it's true. Let's not get into that. But you know, that's the way I see it. It is called common sense and logic in boxing. Brilliant. You know, that's one thing that Mayweather's brilliant. But anyway, going back to the heavyweights, I would think that a lot of people are just dodging King Kong. Everybody dodging King Kong. Wilder, he got him, and Wilder was lucky. Wilder was lucky that he went through that round. But King Kong eventually got one. There
was a lot of controversy saying that count was long. Do you think that count was on point? The count was long. Do you think he was knocked out?
No, I mean, it wasn't long. It was a correct count. But the thing about it is, you know, King Kong could not take him out. That's what I see.
I'm talking about the Fury and Wilder fight.
The Fury.
When Wilder knocked down Fury.
Oh, hell no. That was a long count. I mean, I think you were talking about King Kong and Ortiz. You know, Ortiz and
No. We're talking about the Ortiz fight. I'll tell you what.
Tyson Fury.
I'll tell you what. Not to cut you off, but what I'm saying is the Ortiz versus Wilder. I'm a Wilder fan, but there was some funny business.
Yeah.
When Wilder got dropped. There was some funny business because King Kong. They gave Wilder some time. They gave him some time. They gave him some time because they didn't want King Kong to jump on his ass. But.
And the same thing happened now with Tyson Fury and Wilder. You know, Tyson Fury, I think he might have been given about a 13 count. That's my prediction. He was the referee gave him about a 13. I mean, that's me. That's me. 10, it wasn't 10. Believe me, it was not.
Man, I'll tell you, I can't talk shit about Fury, man. Not because of the whole drug. The dude.
No, they say 100%. The referee.
Fury's my dude, man. I like Fury a lot, man. That guy, he talks a lot of shit, and the boy knows how to back it up, man. He's smooth, he's tall, he's big.
That's what he get paid for.
He's good, man. He's a showman. He comes in with a suit and makes you look like shit, man. I like Fury, bro. I'm a Fury fan.
I tell you, man.
Yeah, he came in, shocked the world. He said, "Yo, you know what? Klitschko, you can kiss my ass. I'm gonna beat your ass." And that's what he did, man. He fucked Klitschko up.
What is that here?
He fucked Klitschko up.
What is that here?
And that's the shit that I talk about the heavyweight division. Joshua, that's not his belt, man. Joshua didn't beat the champ.
Anti-social what? Fuck. And who?
He said Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah, Puerto Rico, yeah. We don't have too many champs. We only got 2, I think, left, man. We only got too many. Oh, yeah, I think we only got about 2 champs in the low class. Straw weight. Something like that. I think it's a straw weight class. I don't even know their fucking names, man, because I don't use straw too much to drink anyway. But anyway, yeah, the last guy, you know what I mean, was Alberto Machado, you know, fucked up. But anyway, yeah, man, going back to these guys.
I was telling you, Joshua didn't beat the champ. Klitschko was the champ. Fury's the one who beat the champ.
That's true.
He dethroned the champ.
Yeah.
And Klitschko dropped. I thought Klitschko and Joshua was going to do a rematch because the old guy.
They were supposed to. No, they were supposed to.
I think Tyson winning that fight.
Don't forget, Tyson Fury retired or something happened. Klitschko was waiting for that rematch. He was ready for it.
Klitschko was waiting for that rematch versus Joshua.
That's another thing too. But don't forget, people are just
boxing. I think they got some step aside money. They were like, hey.
What's the boxing genius's
man, they're fucking with you because they know how you feel about Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia, my boy Danny. Danny's a fucking bum, man. I said that just like the Charlo brothers. Danny Garcia, when he knocked out Amir Khan by luck,
Danny was good at 140.
Yeah, but he never took the rematch. When he knocked him out, that was it. That was his day. I mean, he could knock her. He got power. But he's a fucking bum. He could beat Adrian Broner.
Danny's good.
But
he's not good at welterweight, man.
Danny Garcia is not. Not too many people good at welterweight. Don't forget, at that time welterweight was stacked.
Welterweight, but the
welterweight
division was stacked, and they know the welterweight division makes the money. That's basically
He's the best 160 pounder. I got Andre. I'm sorry, man. Demetrius Andre, to me, is not the best 160, man. I'm sorry to say, but I think the best.
But he is right, though, because Demetrius Andreas has been calling out the Charlo.
Demetrius Andre, at 154, he's been calling him out.
He was going to fight. He was supposed to beat Billy Joe Saunders. He was going to fight Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, that's what he should fight, Billy Joe. But, Demetrius Andre at 160 right now, I don't think Demetrius Andre could beat either Canelo or Jacobs. Honestly. I don't think he could even beat that boy coming up now, that kid, that wild guy. He could probably beat him because that kid is kind of wild. Mangia, Jaime Mangia. That's another wild guy.
I think he'll beat him.
I don't know, man.
Come on, man. Demetrius Andreas, he'll beat his ass, man.
See, true.
He'll definitely beat him.
True. He can.
But, a lot of people, he's got the people that don't realize that, Triple G is a bad-ass dude, man. That's one thing about boxing. They write fighters off.
People are biased. A lot of people are biased. Don't forget, Kenny.
Triple G will still,
you and I know about boxing. I know boxing, and I'm not totally not biased. I've said that about Puerto Rican boxers. When you see, I tell you, who's Danny Garcia, Puerto Rican? And I've said that many times. The European boxer, you got to be careful. The European fighter, man, there's a lot of, and I said that last year, there's a lot of European fighters that are coming into the picture, and a lot of the promotional guys in the U.S. and boxers don't like it. Okay? And a lot of them are taking our boys here and kicking their ass. Okay? Okay? I don't want to hear that. They're doing it. If you look down to the lower weight classes, don't forget at one time it was Mexico and even Puerto Rico and the U.S. All of a sudden, there's a huge fan base out there. Yeah. Now you got these Asians coming into the picture. You got UK coming into the picture.
That's because of Eddie Hearn.
Right. You got these guys, my boy, like Lomachenko, man. Ukrainian fighters coming into the picture. Russian picture, guys coming to the picture. You got Cubans coming into the picture. Hey.
Yeah, but the Cubans come into the picture, they kick them out the picture.
Okay, you know why? And I talked about that. I always said that. And this is not being, again, I'm not a biased guy, but it is the obvious truth. And I hope a lot of the Latin boxers out there are listening to me as a fellow Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican, but a lot of the Latin American boxers, you're good, you're great. You got a trainer, but have that trainer teach you and communicate with you on how you could learn how to communicate with the American public. Bottom line, speak English, even if it's a little bit broken.
Even Miguel Cotto barely spoke English, but he tried his best to speak
and
English.
Then he became a top rank.
Even Lomachenko,
Triple G, Pacquiao. You got to know how to communicate and talk to the public, because not for nothing, a lot of these Latin Well, you know, I seen it last week, a couple of weeks ago. Lara with the Cuban speaking Spanish, telling the interpreter what he wanted to say. That interpreter flipped the whole shit around. He knew what the fuck. He did not say what he said. A lot of these guys leave the shit out. They're saying it because it is beneficial to the promoter.
Unless you look like an Instagram model like
No.
Canelo. Canelo has De La Hoya speaking for him.
Thank you. No. That's different. Again, you see, but you got guys like last week, like I said, Lara. Before Luis Ortiz, King Kong. Thank God. Then you had, what's his name? That guy, Jaime Manguilla from Mexico, too. Hey. Guy from Puerto Rico, Albert Machado.
Who didn't speak good English, but they loved him, though. Trinidad.
Oh, yeah, Bachito.
He had that smile.
He had that smile. He said, me, number one. He showed his fist. That he was number one. He showed his fist. I'm fucking somebody up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but let's talk about this Ring TV top pound for pound listing.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that is going on, which I'm not sure if some of you guys, what would you say the top 5 pound for pound in the Ring magazine? Thomas, look at Thomas. Thomas is up there.
Oh, yeah. I
told Thomas to come to the house, man, but he said he's watching the kids.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what the fuck he needs to do. Go watch kids. You don't know shit about fucking boxing anyway. My nephew. Love you, Poppy. God bless, baby. Love you. Look, I got to so Box 22. No, but you know what I'm saying? The top for me, top for pound. I mean, you in the top pound for pound right now. I would say one. I would say definitely. I would say Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a top. He's number one. It'll be a toss-up to me between him and Canelo. Let's put it this way. Canelo and him.
I agree.
It would be a toss-up. Maybe if they put Canelo number one, Lomachenko number two.
They have Crawford ahead of Canelo.
Crawford ain't no motherfucking head of no Canelo and no Lomachenko.
No. As a top welterweight.
He's not even that
guy. But who the fuck has he beat in the welterweight division?
Come on. I mean,
Horn.
Jeff Horn, who beat Pacquiao, and that was a given fight. He lost the fight, it was a given fight. That was a setup. Again, that was a certain fight that that's why I get pissed off.
Terrence Crawford as number 2, Canelo as number 3. I don't even know who number 4 is.
Usyk is a bad dude. That's the guy from the Ukrainian.
I don't know who the fuck
I know Usyk is.
But I know that Triple G is not behind Usyk.
No. Triple G shouldn't be number 5. Triple G should be number 3. He should be 1, 2, or 3. 1, Lomachenko. 2, Canelo. 3, Triple G. Or vice versa. 1, Canelo. 2, Lomachenko. 3, Triple G. But those 3 right there should not change. Ain't no fucking way.
Fucking Usyk has only like 16, 15 fights.
Yeah. No, I mean, come on. Usyk, no, he's good. The guys run back.
I didn't say that you weren't good.
No. But you know
that you're good.
Again.
But you're not a fucking pound for pound.
But you know what it is? Again, you got to look at it this way. The same thing with Mikey Garcia. How many times?
Joshua's not on there. Wilder's not on there. Fury's not on there.
Yep. That's true.
Daniel Jacobs is not on there.
You got IBF, you got WBA, you got WBC and WBO. That's Usyk.
I'd rather put a fucking Charlo up there than Usyk.
Hell no. No. We're not talking about.
Put Danny Garcia on there, man.
Fuck Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia don't belong in the Cheerios box.
How about the Robert the Ghost Guerrero?
It's another fucking bum.
No, but that's just crazy.
No, but let's talk right. You know what I'm saying? You got guys.
You're right though. Loma versus Tank Davis, man. Now you're talking. Tim Snead is talking.
Yeah,
I like how he's talking.
Yeah.
But I tell you what though. Before Tank takes on that fight, the fight I want to see, I want Tank to beat. I like Farmer. You know, Farmer's from Philly. Farmer, you know, he's a good dude. Farmer's humble. He's getting better every single fight. Farmer got skills to pay the bills, but he's talking a lot of shit though. But I'll tell you what though, if Tank was to beat, if Tank fights Farmer, Tank's gonna fuck Farmer up.
after Farmer, I mean, I want to see Tank versus Farmer and then Lomachenko.
But Farmer just came into the picture the other day. Farmer's not a guy that, he's a big, true guy, right? You see somebody just put that. Tank is at a different level. The man just put it there.
No, this fight has to happen.
It could happen, right? I would like it to happen.
Tank Davis versus Farmer has to happen.
That's great. And Tank is what? Tank is at 130 right now. He's not at 135.
That fight has to happen.
Right. So by Tank coming up to 135, fighting a Lomachenko, it's going to be a little step up.
Now Tank versus Garcia, I don't want to see that shit. Because that, Garcia, the new De La Hoya.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan
Garcia trains with Canelo. He trains on the Canelo camp. But he beat a Dominican cab driver from the Bronx that works at a bodega at nighttime and drives a cab during the day. That
Fuck, no,
that shit was crazy.
No.
Tank Davis, he fucked up though because he's an Instagram. Like I said, fake news.
That's what I'm saying.
He was hyping himself up, saying, "Yeah, I'm ready for Tank. I'm ready for Tank." Tank was like, "Yo, let's do this."
Ryan Garcia,
De La Hoya ain't picking up that phone, bro.
Ryan Garcia is doing. De La Hoya is doing the same shit he did with Canelo. He's putting that boy into the lion's den too quick. He needs some buffing up. Ryan Garcia can't go in there against Tank Davis. Hell no.
Man, Ryan Garcia can't go in there against a
lot of guys. No, hell no.
He can't.
I mean, it'll be a tough fight right now, like we just said. Somebody said, Tank fighting Loma. It'd be a good fight. And Tank better watch himself because you're going up to 135 and you're not fighting no Ryan Garcia like we just goofing.
Yeah.
You're fighting the best of the best. And this guy's going to school you. If you think Mayweather is your master, your teacher, well, guess what? You're going to be fighting another teacher. A badass dude. He don't play. Mm-hmm. So, it's going to be a toss-up right now. But if the fight happens, it happens. We'll talk about that when the time comes, when we get to that mountain. But right now, I don't see it. Tank Davis is somebody that he's coming in, he's going in, he's coming in, he's coming up to the picture, he's getting into the picture in boxing right now. They're building him up, PBC. I just hope it don't happen like Adrian Brown.
Well, you just got somebody right now just said that Mikey Garcia is going to win. He's going to be the next champ.
Well, we're talking about tonight's fight. We're not talking.
We got to cut it off soon because we got to catch up.
I mean, we're talking about tonight's fight. We're not talking about a fight that Mikey Garcia had about 3 or 4 years ago.
No, man. Look, I get it. I
understand that.
I understand that.
Everybody has their opinion, man.
I understand that if you happen to be the same ethnic race, if you happen to feel that Mikey, he's. I completely get it. Mikey's a hell of a fighter. Mikey's humble. Mikey's, he was able to sell to a lot of people saying that he has the opportunity to beat Errol Spence. But the problem is, man, Errol Spence is the real deal. Errol Spence is definitely the real deal. And I don't see Mikey Garcia getting past Errol Spence whatsoever. And people literally think that, like I said it before, people literally think that Errol Spence can't box. Errol Spence can definitely box. Errol Spence can box. Errol Spence has power. Errol Spence has reach. Errol Spence has endurance. And he's fast, man. He's definitely fast. So my heart, I would love to see Mikey pull up the upset, but not with Errol Spence. Mikey should try that shit with somebody else in the welterweight division.
He might,
maybe Danny Garcia. You should have went to Broner. You should have went to Danny Garcia.
Yeah, but but there's no money.
A Jeff Horn.
There's no money.
I don't know.
There's no money. Don't forget, I said PBC has some up the sleeve. You got to watch what they're going to do this time around. And I have a feeling that, I understand the person's got their own opinion. And, it should happen. But it's going to happen. Not that it should happen. But I have a feeling it's going to happen, But everybody has their own opinion. A lot of people want to say it's a tough fight. I don't think, honestly, it's going to be a tough fight. I don't honestly think it's going to be a fight at all. I think it's a fucking ripoff, And that's the way I feel about it. We got fan bases, and I'm not taking nothing away from that. You know, everybody has a favorite boxer, and like mine was Roberto Duran. You know, and obviously from my home country, Bazooka, with Fedor Gomez. You know, but that's what it is. You know, but I honestly don't think that actually Mikey Garcia has a chance against Errol Spence. Come on, you know what I mean? Roberto Coca Duran. Well, yeah, you know, Roberto Coca Duran, whatever you want to call it, you know? But he's one of the best. Someone just asked right here, do I think that someone could beat from the welterweight division? Do I think that someone at the welterweight division currently right now could beat an Errol Spence? You know what? I think that a good welterweight matchup, and when Errol Spence does away with Mikey Garcia tonight, you're going to see many guys call Errol Spence out. You know, we said before, Keith Thurman was one. Even Pacquiao was one. But I would like to see a Crawford and Spence matchup later on in the future, sometime in the future. Spence, yes, could go up to 154, and there'll be a good shot for Spence. Spence is a 154, and I have a feeling that Spence at 154 would definitely do good. Why do I think he'd do good? Because not is the only guy tall, big, and lanky for a 147, but I think that Spence is one of those promising fighters that takes their power, punching power and skills with them to another weight. And if you could do that, then you're talking business.
I'll tell you what, though, Spence versus Thurman, that fight's not going to happen. Thurman's smarter than that. Thurman doesn't want that fight. I think Thurman, he tries to ride that wave as long as possible. You know, he pulls off the excuse that, you know, obviously he's injured, he's hurt, he needs to do it. I understand he was hurt or whatever. He was out from boxing for quite some time, which I'm surprised that he still has a belt and he wasn't stripped from it. But
he's injured.
He does need a little tune-up fight. That's fine. But he's chasing, you know, he wants to fight Porter again, maybe to take his belt, but he's buying time. At the end of the day, during his interviews, obviously, but if you recall, before he got injured, Spence has been calling out Thurman for God knows how long. The same, you know, and you know, he was ducking and dodging the whole time. Even Spence was calling out Danny Garcia when Danny Garcia was the champ. And Danny Garcia was basically saying that he needs to pay, you know, he needs to fight someone that's legit. He needs to fight someone that's credible. He needs to actually win a belt. And now he has the belt, you know, and people were still ducking him. Nobody wants to fight Errol Spence. So I do give credit for Mikey Garcia to stepping in, which is a complete embarrassment. Having a smaller guy saying fuck, you know. I give him credit though that he's willing to jump up weight classes to fight, even though that's not his division. But that should be embarrassing to a Thurman. That should be embarrassing to these guys, man.
Sure it is. I mean, and someone just asked there. I don't think that we're going to see a Spence versus Canelo anywhere down. Not in the near future. I really don't. You know, that's going to be a hard, big fight to see. Spence versus Canelo, unless Canelo will come back down to maybe a 154, which I doubt. Canelo, I think that he's fighting a 160 and he feels himself strong there. And he's thinking about coming back down to 154, but is there doubts? There could be some doubts, unless the money's right.
But I disagree with a lot of people's thought, you know, their mindset, man. I think Spence needs to stay at 147 and just clean out that division, because I want to see Spence versus Crawford.
That's the one I say. That's the next fight I would like to see.
That's the fight I want to see, because Crawford's being protected and Thurman's being protected, but Thurman's protecting himself. But I want to see Crawford versus Spence, then determining that. But I think Spence can clear out that division.
The way I see it, PBC don't want that to happen. I think PBC, what's happening is, again, we go back to these promoters, these fighters, these guys, especially PBC. I have a feeling they want dominance, and Spence is a dominant force at 147. Once this fight happens, I doubt if you see, like we just said, I doubt if you see Thurman fight Spence. You might see a Sean Porter, but you won't see a Thurman fight Spence.
Right.
Why? Because they talk about Spence like somebody was just putting there. You're going to go to 154 for the PBC aspect. A powerful dude at 154, a big #1 gun. And who stays at 147? Your Keith Thurman at 147 to fight the rest of that crowd, whoever wants to fight. You're not going to see, like before, a challenge between a Pacquiao and Mayweather on and on and on. No. I honestly don't think that's going to happen. Don't forget, that time there was what? Top rank? And now you got too many guys in the picture.
Now you got people saying that, Thurman, like, did you comment as far as like saying Thurman lost his right hand? No, Thurman still has the power. Don't get me wrong. But Thurman's just fighting non-tomato cans anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting people that can fight. Right. So you can knock out a bunch of bums.
Well, you see what happened. Josecito Lopez gave him a battle for his money.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not that, Thurman lost his power. No, Thurman had a lot of power, but he's fighting good ass fighters.
Great. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not fighting people that are just a bunch of punching bags now. You know what I'm saying?
Josecito Lopez, he got bigger. He went to the right training camp also.
And you hit the nail on the head, though. Boxer 22, you know what I'm saying? Bob's definitely not going to let that fight happen.
No,
Bob's not going to, it's Bob's not going to let that fight happen whatsoever, And I'm surprised that Timothy Bradley fought, that's one of the boxing geniuses
favorites.
One of his favorite fighters.
Everybody dodged him. Everybody dodged Bradley. Even Mayweather dodged Bradley.
I'm surprised he fought Pacquiao so many times. When Pacquiao was feared by many. Nobody wanted to fight Pacquiao, but Bradley was willing to break his ankles, come out in a wheelchair.
He fought him twice. He lost twice. Three times, but twice on record.
Yeah.
Twice on record. And before Mayweather fought him. So you look at it. He fought Pacquiao twice and lost. Those are his two losses.
No.
Bradley's losses. Pacquiao, when Pacquiao was Pacquiao. Bradley, to me, was one of the best, and they ducked him. They ducked him. They primarily ducked him completely. Everybody
ducked him.
The Russian didn't duck him. Pratnikov. Pratnikov says, okay, I take you on. Let's do #1 now. Let's go. Pratnikov and him. That was a hell of a fight. That
was a hell of a fight. I think, Pratnikov, actually, Bradley said he suffered a concussion after that fight.
Yeah. Pratnikov fought Bradley, and that was a hell of a fucking brawl. And he also fought, Bradley beat Marquez, remember? He fucking fucked.
He didn't, fucking Marquez won that fight, right?
Hell no. He fucked Marquez up in that last round. In the last round is Marquez. Believe me, it would have been more time on that clock.
Boxer 22, you are right, though. Khan versus Timothy Bradley when they were coming up.
Yeah.
That fight, that's like Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, man.
Yeah.
That fight between Timothy Bradley and Amir Khan was calling him out left and right. And that fight never took place because actually, Bradley moved up in weight. And then all this shit happened with, Khan getting robbed by Peterson in D.C.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit what anyone says. Peterson didn't win against Amir Khan in that fight.
No. That was
Amir Khan got 2 points taken away from fucking pushing.
And not even a warning.
This shit's crazy.
And that was in Philly, don't forget.
No, it was in D.C.
in D.C. Armory.
Yeah.
That's right, the D.C. Armory.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, and I think, no way he did. Did he? 100%.
There's no way Lamont Peterson won that fight.
No.
That's bullshit.
It was like Danny Garcia went to Puerto Rico. Remember when he fought my man? What's his name? God damn, he fought my man. That other
Mauricio Herrera.
Mauricio Herrera. Danny Garcia got his ass whooped in Puerto Rico against Mauricio Herrera. They took the fight away from Mauricio Herrera. Hey, that's the way that goes, man. It's a lot of fights that we got to look at. And the latest and the greatest, eventually was the one that everybody complained about. Jeff Horn beating Pacquiao in Australia, you know?
What state are we in? You know, what state of mind? Or what state?
No, the state.
Nah, we're in Florida, man.
Florida,
We're down south.
We're in the Sunshine State, man.
We're in Kissimmee, or people that are not from around here, they say Kissimmee.
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 Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass. He's from Kissimmee, and the George Boxing Genius is from Kissimmee. For those that say he don't know shit about boxing, where are you from?
Kiss
my ass. I'll tell you what, though, man. There's a lot of shit going on, man. Yeah, boxing's a little crazy right now. Yeah, dude, boxing is crazy right now. You know, there's matter of fact, let's be honest, okay. Errol Spence is gonna win this fight, okay. Mikey Garcia is not gonna get discredited whatsoever because again, Mikey Garcia had a lot of balls. Mikey Garcia got cojones. Mikey Garcia is probably gonna try to fight somebody else. Maybe Manny Pacquiao will fight Mikey Garcia. Cool, whatever. But I know Keith Thurman is not gonna fight Errol Spence, so that's bullshit.
I'll tell you what. Even if Pacquiao, even if Mikey Garcia loses against Errol Spence, which he is going to lose, I think it would be a good fight to see. Pacquiao fight Mikey Garcia and see what the fuck happens.
Right. What do I think about the Zon? Okay, so I tried the 30-day test trial, and I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to pay $10 a month.
Yeah.
That's fine. I signed up. When I started realizing there ain't no damn fights on that shit yet.
No, I mean, they had some good ones, man. They had some good ones.
Come on, man.
Canelo fought the last one. It was a good-ass fight, man.
I get it, but that's the main reason I got it. I
know you got it, but you had some good fights.
They signed Triple G, but they just got to fight. They got to sign more fighters.
Trevor, you got Farmer. Just last fight, last week, that kid, that's another badass dude at 160. Demetrius Bivol. That's a badass dude. That kid is not to be played with, man. That Russian kid. He's a light heavyweight, but he say he wants to go to 168. He's fought at 175. He goes back and forth to 168. 168, if he stays at 168, that kid, Bivol, man, that kid will wipe out that whole fucking division.
But I tell you what, as far as the app's legit. The commentators, I think they need to hire, George the Boxing Genius, because the commentators fucking suck. But I get it. They're trying to be a network. It's a streaming, a subscription model. And right now, rather than paying right now, like say for instance, $80 for pay-per-view, sure. you can for that price tag and that amount, you get 8 months worth of boxing.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, but the thing about it, a lot of people are just like, but how they making money? It's just that a lot of casual boxing fans are willing to pay a subscription model because obviously they have MMA, they have a lot of other shit besides just boxing. And $10 doesn't hurt with the pockets.
Don't forget the UK fan base, the European fan base. A lot of people think that Vegas is a big fan base. The European fan base, especially UK, that's a big fucking fan base. Bottom line, okay? You go into that stadium, the Wembley Stadium. That motherfucker is 70,000 people, 80,000 people, like you watching a soccer game, watching the fucking boxing room, So there is some money down there, bro. All right? It's not the same shit as over here.
So somebody says, this is from my uncle. What was one of the favorite fights back in the day that you watched?
One of the best fights back in the day?
I'll
tell you, one of the best. Back in the days, one of my best fights that I watched was when my boy Roberto Duran beat Sugar Ray Leonard. And after that, don't forget, guys, that was 15 rounds of boxing. And after that, he grabbed his balls. He said, this is who the fuck he was going to beat. But he beat him. He beat Sugar Ray. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard in his first fucking loss. That was Sugar Ray's first loss. And Roberto Duran gave him a class of boxing. That's when Roberto Duran was Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray was Sugar Ray. That was one of my best fights of all time.
Now, for those that don't know, George the Boxing Genius is my father. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't go back that far into boxing. So I don't want to sit there and talk about fights that were completely out of my air. I wasn't even born yet. Half of them fucking fights.
No.
But one of the fights that I do remember that I was, I was a huge Evander Holyfield fan.
Evander Holyfield.
I was a huge Evander Holyfield fan, man. Evander Holyfield was my guy, dude. And, you know, when Evander Holyfield fought George Foreman, that shit was crazy to me.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy. A lot of, you know, he looked out. You know, I think Holyfield, like many fighters, got robbed. Obviously, he got robbed in the Olympics. Oh, yeah. But Holyfield was my guy. A lot of people don't talk about Evander Holyfield, but, you know, besides that, when I was in high school, Prince Nassim was my dude, man. I like Prince Nassim.
I tell you what, that was a bad dude.
Nassim and Roy Jones, because Roy Jones, a lot of people don't talk about Roy Jones. No. Roy Jones, he was the baddest dude, even though he stood in the same division. But when he decided to go up, eventually he lost. But Roy Jones,
he went up he won some different weight classes,
Roy
man.
Jones
don't forget,
guy, man,
he's one of the few guys that went to different weight classes.
Prince Nassim, as far as, you know, the whole shit with Mayweather, I get Mayweather, I get it, but the shit talk, Prince Nassim,
he created that.
He's on the next level compared to
after Ali. Then came Prince. You know, Nassim came after Ali because Ali talked a lot of shit, but then Nassim came around. I said, God damn, and he came in that flying carpet that Arabian. I remember that day, man. Oh Lord! But you know, the day that I really laughed was when Roberto Barrera knocked his motherfucking ass.
It's crazy though, because the thing about it with Prince Nassim, he's like if you want to do an analogy, you want to do a comparison, it's like a Vladimir Guerrero, it's like a Gary Sheffield, you know, in boxing, you know, you're not technical. It's not even, you're not, if someone that's real technical, they'll look at you and be like, damn, this guy sucks. Because Prince Nassim, there wasn't really nothing technical about him. He moved, he danced, he would say, Lomachenko on this age, but Nassim, he was slow, but you know what I'm saying, he was a showman. That's what he was. You know, it's like a boy from PR, Macho Camacho. Macho Camacho was a showman as well, man. So there's a lot of shit going on right now.
Yeah, Macho Camacho was not no joke.
Roberto Duran was a fucking warrior, man. Obviously, now the whole, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roberto Duran. Everybody knows what that is, man. You know, obviously Roberto Duran, after he won that fight, you know, he was like a Madonna after Mayweather. You know, he got a little bit of money, got fat or whatever, and you know, Sugar Ray Leonard, he knew what was going on. That's why they set that fight up really, really quick and really, really fast. You know what I'm saying?
Sugar Ray Leonard said, no, give me that fight. I need that fight right now. I don't need it tomorrow, the next day. I need people to sign that right away. You know?
Someone said that they can donate us 1 cent to this.
Huh?
They said they can donate 1 cent.
Tell them we're not talking about any rappers. We're not talking about 50 cents.
Man, this is funny shit. All right. No, other than that, man, we're about to
clear out.
Yeah, we're about to clear this out right now. Because there's a lot of people in here that know shit about boxing.
Yeah, man. There's too many people dying. Get on, you know. I mean, getting on here, you know. I mean, there's some people. Look, there's a couple of people in there, you know, asking good comments, know what the fuck they're talking about. But there's others out there just, you know, just talking shit, you know.
You see it a draw? I don't see it a draw, man. The only way you get a draw, it goes the distance. I don't see it going the distance. I see, you know, the only way it goes the difference, you know, if Mikey Garcia holds and Mikey Garcia runs. But other than that, you're not dealing with eliminates, you know, libidets.
No,
you know, you're not dealing with the Broner because when Broner let them hands go, which you know that's what a lot of people said. When Broner let them hands go, he did some work on Mikey Garcia when he let them hands go. You know, but the thing about it is Spence is gonna let them hands go, man.
And it's a different story.
It's a whole different story.
You know, I mean, when he lets them hands go, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, 100%.
And if he goes to the body, to that liver, it's gonna hurt.
Even if you block it. Even if you block it, he's gonna fuck your whole shit up.
There you go.
Even if you block it. So the thing about it, Spence don't even care if you try to block it because regardless, it's gonna hurt.
Hey, and not only that, it's not. You're welcome, Ma. But not only that, this is the last thing I got to say. Not only that, it's like I always said, one of my favorite fighters. We just talked about Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was a fighter He fights you and he hits you. You hit him with your best shot, the best shot in the second or third round or fourth round. If you hit him with your best shot and he shook that shit off, guess what? He knew that was your best shot. You know what you do? He gonna come fuck you up. Then he said, okay, that's the best shot you got for me. Now I'm coming for you. And when he come for you, it was it. And that's what I think Spence might do. When Mikey Garcia touches Spence, if he does, and hits him with a good shot, and Mikey and people, I know the commentators, oh, that was a good shot. Oh, Mikey Garcia got a good right. And Errol Spence looks at Mikey Garcia. Guess what, Mike? You better kiss your ass goodbye because it's going to be all over with.
100%.
That's the way I see it.
All right, guys, it's Kenneth, SBM Boxing.
And the Boxing Genius from SBM. God bless. See you guys. And for the ones that said again there that I don't know shit about boxing, one more time, you could kiss my fucking ass.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.